Under the tutelage of Apollo, Chiron became a wise man, prophet, physician, teacher, and musician. Local kings would send their sons to him for education and the leadership skills appropriate for their future roles. Chiron was mentor to many famous Greek heroes, including Jason, Achilles, Hercules, and Asclepius. He taught everything from riding, archery, hunting, the arts of war and medicine, all survival skills, to ethics, music, religious rituals, and the beginnings of natural science. There are numerous accounts of healings and divinations performed by Chiron, and one famous anecdote involved Telephos, wounded by a spear. When Telephos consulted the oracle of Apollo after his wound would not heal, he was told the wound could only be healed by its cause. Chiron suffered unceasingly from a wound, and his ability to help others was very likely increased by his continual search for relief. This situation is frequently met by people who work in the healing professions, whether orthodox or alternative. This unhealing wound is also a picture of the repeating patterns that never seem to resolve, although one continually tries to make it better, searching for healing and change. However skilled we might be, it is necessary to recognize that all healing, release, benefit, reconciliation, and redemption occur through the divine source. Although we cannot make this happen, we are not helpless, and we can participate in our own healing, inviting it by cultivating the appropriate life conditions and developing spiritual practices that support the process. It is often when our own suffering is seen by someone who can truly put himself or herself in our place, or vice versa, that transformation and release occurs. When we are able to go with awareness to the place where we hurt, or where others hurt, healing happens. As an example, with Chiron in Cancer in the birth chart, a person might have difficulty receiving emotional and/or physical nourishment, always feeling hungry and full of longing, or starving in the midst of plenty. You then tend to hide in your shell and feel too vulnerable to open yourself to receiving nourishment from others, but also feel shriveled inside that protective shell. Wherever Chiron is found in the chart, there is a tendency to externalize things which need to be taken inwardly and symbolically. The result can be a relentless struggle, an enactment of an attempt to heal ourselves, to get something we feel we lack and which we misguidedly imagine will assuage our pain. Strong social, professional, or political agendas, may be infused with the attempt to vicariously heal our inner suffering. Giving up this struggle accords with Chiron surrendering his demigod status. Transubstantiation into his immortal self followed. This corresponds with finding the inner way through reflecting directly on our experience of our own life. To understand Chiron in enough depth to make it truly part of our astrological vocabulary ultimately requires each of us to make our own personal journey with it. Chiron represents an emerging spirit of philosophical independence, compassion in the face of suffering, and an ongoing process of learning to trust the inner teacher or guide. We pay attention within, for the healing and spiritual knowledge we need is sourced there. Making contact with my own grief enables me to feel empathy with those who grieve anywhere. Equally, when I allow myself to be impacted by others' joy, it helps connect me with mine. By this token, my inner peace and healing is also everyone's peace and healing. The Buddhist monk Ajahn Chah is famously reported to have said, "In making a cup of tea, I stop the war." The work of healing is not only about doing or fixing. It operates most powerfully within stillness, when we are receptive to the intimations from the universe beyond our personal pain. From this place, appropriate action is more likely.